everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to Drinking with the Doctor. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yours is lower than mine.
So
You got here ahead of me.
I've been pounding beers for 2 hours, man. Waiting for you.
All right, so had an interesting thing pop up that is a decent thing to talk about.
Yeah.
We're not complaining. We're not complaining, mind you, but we kind of are.
I'm gonna complain.
because we had somebody that wanted us, see, we don't pressure wash roofs, right? You know, that's a no-no. That hurts the roof. But every now and then somebody wants their walkway, the driveway, wash down the house, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we will do that with a pressure washer. And so we scheduled it in advance, got it all lined up, and then found out, oh, and I want you guys to be real careful because I just laid fresh bark dust and plants everywhere. Really would have been nice to have done all of the messy stuff first.
So typically what a homeowner does, and I find this to be true more often than not, come springtime, everybody's got their little routines, the spring cleaning, the planting of the flowers, the bark dust, the cleanup of the property, but always, more often than not, the last thing on a person's mind is cleaning their roof. After they plant their little daisies and rake out all the debris around their flower beds on their hands and knees for all weekend, get everything planted perfectly, then they look up and say, man, we got to get all that stuff off the roof. Well, where do you think it's going to go when it comes off the roof? It's going to go right down on top of your flowers.
No, you're supposed to catch it.
Well, you know, you clean from the top down. You get that scuzz off your roof, the moss out of the gutters, everything off your roof, and then we'll clean your grounds up. We're not worried about hurting your little flowers because it's detrimental to some people to see a flower broken.
Okay, devil's advocate. However, when we're 2 months backlogged, it's kind of hard to.
True. Yeah, I understand that.
Lined up. Yeah.
But
no, we're not 2 months right now.
Well, we have customers. No, we have a number of customers that were at there on a very ritually. You know, every year it's this time, that time, and I'm like, man, I'm hoping this is the time they waited to plant their flowers. And no, it's. And
never. we could always like maybe do stakes and create like a tent over the garden.
We do all sorts of things. We cover flowers, but at the end of the day, and if it's not much debris on your roof, it's not much to worry about. But if you look up and there's like truckloads of stuff on your roof, there's really no way to get it off your roof without making a big mess. You know, we don't have roof vacuums. I had a customer say, thought we vacuumed the roof. I'm like, no, we don't vacuum the roof.
I actually tried that once. No, seriously, because it was an apartment place. You got cars all down below. We're just cleaning the gutters, and I thought, bring up the shop vac. Yeah. Right, long extension cord. Yeah. It was a pain in the butt.
You probably emptied it 60 times.
Oh yeah, and you got to empty it. You got to poke holes in the bags because you got to drain that water out. Otherwise, it's way too heavy to carry. Yeah. And then you got to wash down the roof. And I really didn't feel like it was faster in the long run. No. And so that's why that was the only time I ever tried that.
You clean from the top down. Come springtime. Top down. And so the hard part is people have to actually call in the wintertime and say, hey, can you be here in spring? I'm going to plant my flowers about this time. But it's, you know, it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't look at my roof ever. I got the worst roof on the block, and I'm the roofer.
Well, you know, cobbler's kids are shoeless. But, you know, I just thought, talk about cleaning top down. That's what happened to me. The hair went from top down. Yeah. Still waiting for that back hair to go.
Still dirty in here, though. Pretty dang dirty.
Yes. And so, and you know what's kind of funny is you're actually not here right now, are you?
I'm not. I'm not even here.
Where
it's
are
magic.
you?
I'm in Alaska.
You're Alaska?
Yeah.
What you doing in Alaska?
Catching fish right now. I know, does it look like it?
You better be catching fish.
By the time you see this...
You better be catching fish.
I know, right?
Although, you know, that kind of reminds me of another funny little story. Doing a job at a customer's house. and decided to go fishing.
Got a long-time customer. He's like, you're welcome to fish off my back deck. He's got a lake back there. Anytime you come, bring a pole. He's like, okay, cool. Well, a year later, I remembered he said that. I brought a pole with me. Before I knocked at the door, I just ran out back, threw my deck and threw my pole in the water and came around and this and that. And apparently I was supposed to ask first. I got in trouble. Understandable. But I had a defense. I had permission a year ago. I I don't see what's changed in the last year. I'm a little uglier and older, but it's...
That's true. That's
Anyway,
true. That's a
my
good
apologies.
point.
I should have asked first. I really should have.
And he's a cool guy, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And it was just, you know, the wife wasn't ready to all of a sudden see some guys in their backyard fishing. So when you see it from her perspective,
At least you didn't call the police on me.
Oh, that would have been real
That'd
good.
have been a hoot.
That'd have been a hoot. Yeah, we wouldn't have got that job done.
No.
But officer, I've got to get up on that roof.
They said a year ago it was okay.
All right. Well, I just had to share that little funny story.
If I ever come out to your house and you give me permission to fish, I'm going to remember that for life. Life.
He's a fisherman, ladies and gentlemen. So on that, I just want to wish everyone a happy Friday and happy drinking with the doctor. Cheers.
Cheers.
Catch some fish.
Mm-hmm.